Hey Mustangs, welcome to this Monday edition of the Daily Update. I'm Melia Masumoto. Let's get to the news. SMU Asian Council hosts a vigil to remember the Asian women who died in last week's shootings. That tops today's Mustang Minute. The SMU community comes together supporting the Asian community, remembering those who died in shootings last week in Atlanta. Members of the SMU Asian American and Pacific Islander community, along with other students and faculty, gathered Friday night to hear stories about the victims who lost their lives in the Atlanta shootings. There was a moment of silence during the vigil, a chance to reflect on those lives lost. Students spoke about their personal experiences and struggled as Asian American women on SMU's campus. 8 people were shot in the Atlanta spa shooting, which has not been declared a hate crime. And a GoFundMe page for one of the family of one of the Atlanta shooting victims raises more than $2 million. The eldest son of Hyun Jung Grant, Randy Parks, started the GoFundMe to help pay for food, rent, bills, and other expenses. His goal was to raise $20,000, but after just 2 days of posting the page, more than $2.4 million was raised for his mother's family. Texas is expected to receive more COVID-19 vaccines. More than 900,000 doses will be shipped across the Lone Star State this week. So far, Texas has given out more than 8.8 million vaccines, with 1.2 million of those vaccines that were distributed last week. In addition to that shipment, the state has ordered nearly 700,000 more doses to go to residents in need of their second dose. It is estimated that 12 to 14 million Texans are currently eligible to get the vaccine. COVID-19 was declared a global pandemic this time last year. Since then, local small businesses have struggled to keep their doors open. SMU-TV's Katie Pratt joins us to explain more.
The economy has shifted since COVID-19, and so have people's spending habits. With everything moving online, there's fewer people going out to buy a new outfit.
I've noticed a lot of businesses have left the plaza. I think they've gone out of business altogether. So it's been pretty difficult for people to keep their doors open.
Snyder Plaza retail stores including Bass Boutique, Scout and Molly, and Pretty Southern Mess are just a few of many Dallas boutiques that have shut down due to COVID-19.
Unfortunately, many stores have closed. There's a retail closing every day in this area, and we feel awful. I feel awful. It's scary being in this industry.
Yet some stores have managed to stay open despite the uncertainty.
At Market, it's great that we're all together because individually we may not have made it, and people really are into supporting local right now.
Boutiques aren't seeing as many buyers shopping in person, and although many stores are seeing a rise in their online sales, they miss having that face-to-face interaction with their customers.
The last 2 months, I've noticed online sales have declined and in-store sales have increased. So I feel like they're finally getting out of their homes and they're feeling comfortable shopping in person.
Things seem to be looking up for retailers now that Governor Abbott has opened Texas 100%.
After Governor Abbott made that announcement, there were a lot more shoppers than normal.
I'm honestly seeing a lot of foot traffic, so I think people are coming back out and into the stores.
The retail market isn't an easy business to be in, and the stores that remain open are thankful for the community support. For SMU-TV, I'm Katie Pratt.
For more ways to support local businesses in your area, go online to supportlocal.usa.com. International spectators will not be allowed to attend the Olympic Games this summer. The decision by Tokyo's organizing committee was made to protect participants and Japan's population from COVID-19. The 2020 Olympics were rescheduled to this summer due to the pandemic. International spectators who purchase tickets will receive a refund. The Games are scheduled to begin on July 23rd, ending in August. France is entering into a new lockdown and Tanzania has a new president. Those stories and more are in this week's World News for World Changers with SMU-TV's Brooklyn Hahn.
Hey Mustangs, welcome to World News for World Changers. I'm Brooklyn Hahn, and here are your global headlines. Much of France is now under new lockdown measures as the country faces its third wave of COVID-19 cases. The lockdown began Friday at midnight and is expected to last for at least a month. The restrictions mean that all non-essential businesses are closed and people must stay within 10 kilometers of their homes. Schools, however, will remain open. According to Prime Minister Jean Castex, every 4 minutes one person is being admitted to intensive care with COVID. At least 13 policemen are dead after they were killed in an ambush Thursday, roughly 80 miles from Mexico City. 8 of the agents killed belonged to the state police, while the other 5 were from the General Attorney's office. Authorities have yet to identify the group responsible for the attack. Samia Hassan is Tanzania's first female president. Hassan was sworn in on Friday, just 2 days after the death of late President John Magufuli. The former vice president took the oath of office in a televised ceremony at the country's state house. For the 4th year in a row, Finland is taking home the top honor as the happiest country in the world. Also at the top of the list were Iceland, Denmark, Switzerland, and the Netherlands. The U.S. managed to move up to 14th place from 18th last year. Happiness is measured based on factors such as GDP, life expectancy, social support, and generosity. And that's the news from around the globe. Thanks for watching, and see you next week.
Thanks, Brookley, for that report. And that's your Mustang Minute.
I would not be the person that I am today without them.
Mustang Mavericks is a country western stunt dance organization.
The family, the sense of community, everybody here is really loving and kind.
We have open practices where you can come in and just try it out, and I promise that you will be surprised how much you can learn.
For more information, go to smumustangmavericks@gmail.com.
Hey Mustangs, the week is starting off with a case of the Monday blues. Expect to see a lot of rain and thunderstorms throughout the day and strong winds Monday evening. Luckily, the sun will come back out on Tuesday, bringing with it spring temperatures of up to 75 degrees. But it won't be here for long. Rain and thunderstorms return to North Texas Wednesday. Temperatures will reach the mid-70s, but on Thursday, they drop into the high 60s with more rain on the way. By Friday, you can put that umbrella away for a little while at least. The sun will return to start the weekend off right and welcome temperatures close to 80 degrees. So even though we've got a rainy week ahead of us, Mustangs, the sun will be back just in time for the weekend. That's your 5-day weather forecast. I'm Melia Masumoto.
So I started playing soccer when I was 3 years old, and for as long as I can remember, it was always my dream to play at a Division I school like SMU. And although there are a ton of sacrifices when dedicating 20 hours a week to soccer, the experience is so rewarding, I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Even when we're not training, we're still expected to be fit and ready to go. And even in the spring when we don't have games, we're still training every day and working hard.
I would say the biggest challenge is definitely balancing school and soccer, because when we're in season, we leave almost every week. And then when we're on the road, we don't have a lot of time to do work. We have meetings, we have practices, and we have games.
The culture of our team is unparalleled. All my teammates are my absolute best friends, and the coaches are very respectful and very honest with us, and I'm so lucky to be a part of it.
Visit SMUmustangs.com to learn how you can support the women's soccer team.
It's been a ride of a lifetime for one surfboard. Yes, I said surfboard. Here's the story. 4 years ago, a big wave surfer lost his custom board in a wipeout in Tasmania and thought that was the last time he would see it. But 2 years later, nearly 2,000 miles away from Tasmania, the board was found by fishermen. After seeing pictures of it online, the big wave surfer immediately knew that it was his long-lost board. They connected and were happy to say that the board is on its way back to Tasmania to be reunited with its owner. Well, that's all we have for you Mustangs. Remember, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/SMU Television and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at SMU-TV. If you have any story ideas, shoot us an email, smutv@smu.edu. Thanks for watching this Monday edition of the Daily Update. Tune in Tuesday for more news from the Hilltop. Until then, have a great day and pony up.
SMU-TV and the Division of Journalism want to thank our underwriters, North Park Center in Dallas, Javier's Gourmet Mexicano on Cole Avenue, and Advance ER off West Lovers Lane. We appreciate your support of student media.